What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Tin Hat Brigade, I'm Seth, your guide through Drain Lake. And today we are going into... We're going into the gutter. The place I hate most in Dark Souls 2. It's been a couple weeks now since I last played. So I'm going to be a bit rusty. Just letting you know. Hopefully not too bad though. Alright. In case you were wondering what this big pit was, while you've been running around through here, this is the entrance to the gutter. If you look down there, there is a slat of wooden rails that you could jump down to. However, you've probably noticed, one, it's pretty far down, and two, that if you missed, it would be even further down. You can make the jump. You can make that jump right there if you're completely naked, or alternatively have the cat ring, which you can get in here from Shalakwa. We're not going to buy it though, because I don't want the cat ring. Also, you could get the Jester's Pants from Magarold in Iron Keep. And if you do that, what you could do is fall yourself right onto the very first one right there, the very first set of wooden poles, and you should live. Now, an FYI, if you do it that way, you're going to have to use a couple Estus Flasks just to get down, or some other healing method, because you're not going to be able to just fall your way down without taking some sort of damage. But we're not going to do that. We are going to do this. I believe it's 12,000. McDuff will, if you talk to him, allow you to purchase a ladder to go down. This is one of the reasons why it's important to go to Earthen Peak before you decide to go down here. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired. It's not necessary, like I said. You could get the cat ring or the Jester's Pants and do it that way. But this is the safest way.
What have you been up to?
Set up a ladder.
You want to go down that awful hole? You must have lost your marbles. Fine, sure, fine. I'm happy to be of service. You need a ladder then, sure enough. But you'll have to show some generosity.
Yeah, we want the 12,000 one. 500 gets you to the first set, I believe. Actually, you know what? Let me do this.
What?
I'll just use another one of these bad boys and buy all of them.
What? You just don't get it, do you?
No, I don't.
Fine then. Now it's my turn.
Right, he just puts the ladder down. We're gonna skip that.
This ladder's not for sale.
Alright.
The only things I sell are miniatures.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, if that
This one lets you get to the first fall. The only thing is, I'm not sure if setting up the other ladders makes that one go away.
Well,
It very well may.
just... Hey.
Oh no, it doesn't.
The only thing...
Nice. Okay, we're gonna set up all of them.
Where I get... Hey. The only... Cheers for that.
Okay, so he's got 3 ladders set up now. This is the small one. This leads you to the very first slat. The second one is the medium one that goes to the second area. And the third one takes you down, I believe, all the way to the bottom. I don't remember exactly where it goes. So you see, I still almost died there. I probably should have taken some of my equipment off before I did that. But I wasn't thinking. It's alright. We gotta be careful here. There's a lock stone. Ooh, that was close. Okay, so there's the second ladder right there. drops you on that little slat. However, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this one's not really all that helpful, because I believe that this like single slat down here, I believe that breaks if you fall onto it. So the only thing this helps with is probably to try to get that item over there, which we're gonna give it a shot. Nice. Got it. And it was just poison moss. Alright, well that wasn't really worth anything. Alright, we got ourselves down. Now, if you take the long ladder, it takes you down there to that side and lets you, I believe, skip most, if not all, of this area, which is the Grave of Saints. Now, Grave of Saints is pretty short. You don't have to go here. It's also one of the big hotspots for PvP. Okay, I'm sure I didn't die from one hit, but alright. Down here is where you will find what people have been calling the Rat Bros. It's the Rat Covenant can be reached down here. Essentially, if you're in this area and you are not part of the Covenant, you will be getting invaded non-stop, which is why I am playing in offline mode right now. There are a few goodies in here if you want to get them. Main thing is just go slow, because these rats will come down as you're going, and if you just run straight ahead, you will get yourself caught. And you might notice they are putting petrify on me when they hit me. You can't let them just sit there and hit you non-stop, because they will petrify you, and that's an instant death. So keep that in mind. I believe if I put a lockstone here, it opens that, but let me go this way first just to double check. What's up here? I actually don't go down here very often. Okay, Roy the Explorer. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Okay, he looks like he... Roy the Explorer, he looks like he has no equipment, but that's not true. He's using the rings that you can get for completing the game with no death or no bonfire runs, which make your weapons invisible. Or, well, not weapons, make your left hand or right hand invisible, depending on what you want. He also can drop some cool equipment. I believe he can drop the Oros set, if I'm not mistaken. But I am not 100% sure if that's in New Game Plus or in New Game 2. Through that door there is the Royal Rat Authority. People say all the time that is not a difficult boss, and kudos to them, but I have trouble unending with that boss, so I'm not going to go in there right now. Probably will go back and do like a little side video for that eventually, but that is not going to be the first one we do here. Alright, drop the lockstone, got the bridge open. More rats, because why not? There's also a second, you can get across on the bottom as well. The bridge over there, if you use the lockstone there, will get you across. it's not really any different. It just leads to the same place, just one on top, one on the bottom. This place is really made for the Covenant, the Rat Bro Covenant. It's made for people to invade and for the invaders to have unfair advantage. It's a lot like the Bellkeeper Covenant, except that it's probably more unfair than the Bellkeeper Covenant. Even though the Bellkeeper Covenant tends to let you have 2 people, the Rat Bros lets you have a lot of NPCs and a lot of traps. Cool thing to note, also, the Rat Bros let you get... Oh, I thought there was a way out that way. The Rat Covenant will let you get Pharos Lockstones for killing people. So if you want to stock up on Pharos Lockstones, it's a good way to do it. The only thing is, if you use the Lockstones on these doors for traps, obviously you're not really getting ahead, so use them wisely. Hey look, there's guys in there. Homeward Bone. Come on. What are you doing? Oh, now you go. You might notice that the skeletons in here are just huge. Though they look vaguely human. Not sure if that's a... There's actually another skeleton further on. I don't remember if you have to... I think you have to kill the Rat King to get to it, unfortunately. Or not the Rat King, but the Royal Rat Authority. No wait, Royal Rat Authority. No, this is the Vanguard. Yeah, the Rat Authority is in another place. Okay. So we got our items here. Oh wait, do I have to kill them? Ah, boo. I think I do have to kill the Rat Authority. Well, this is gonna be the video then. So odds are I'm gonna die more than once. I hate this boss so much. Theoretically, he's not hard. Where did you come from? It's not supposed to be hard, at least. But I have trouble. Alright, let's see what I got here. I have some lightning. I really need a weapon that slashes. Which, of course, I'm pretty sure I don't have anything upgraded. Hey, hey. Not cool, man. Scimitar might work, but it's not upgraded at all. This would be a good time to be using a greatsword. Alright, well, looks like we're going to be stuck with the rapier. A slashing weapon can really help in this area, because a slashing weapon can hit multiple rats at once. Help you take them all out without any trouble. Hexing urn. Oh, you know what? Tune. Do I have? I don't have Heavenly Thunder. Alright, well, we'll see how this goes. If I need Heavenly Thunder, I'll go get Heavenly Thunder. Rat Bros. Come on, where's he at? not sure where he is. Yep, there he is. Or maybe not. Oh, there he is. Found him. Alright, let's go get him. Get out of the way. Alright, where's he at? This is why I hate this boss, because I always have trouble finding him. I know he's here. There he is! Die! I killed him! Okay. I wasn't explaining the fight much while we were going there, because I would probably have died if I broke concentration. The fight, essentially when you walk into the room, all the rats come in. But none of the rats are the boss except for one, the Royal Rat Vanguard. He is the only one who has like a mohawk on his head. Now, he dies really quickly, as you saw there. It only took me like 4 or 5 hits to kill him. But he doesn't seem to come down until about a few seconds into the fight. And even then, you have to pick him out of all the guys. And he's not like super distinct. Not distinct enough that you can just go, oh, that's him right there. So, that's probably going to be a trial and error fight for you. This is the Rat King.
Thou returnest. I am not unkind. Shouldst thou forbear thy ways, audience shall be thine. Swearest thou to serve me true?
Nah.
Then we need consort no longer.
Okay. Actually, if you join him, it can make things quite a bit easier if you go to like the Doors of Pharos, because the enemies will be non-hostile there. But we've already been to the Doors of Pharos, so that's not going to help us. Right, this is the interesting skeleton. That thing is huge. Reminds me a lot of Gravelord Nito's area, the Tomb of Giants. This has actually led some people to believe this is the Tomb of Giants. However, I mean, the architecture is not the same at all. Like, even close. I'm somewhat skeptical of that. Unless this is just like a part that is just utterly separated from where we were in the first game. Which is, it's possible, but it doesn't seem likely. It is possible this is the catacombs from Dark Souls 1. That would make more sense, given the nature of the area. But it's, again, hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Oops, didn't want to use that. Oh well. Give me your stuff. Bleedstone. Okay. There is a... Did I miss him? Oh, I must have missed him. Oh well. That item down there, to get to it, I believe you have to take a running jump off this. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want it bad enough, so we're not doing that. Oh, I should have jumped off on the other side. Oh well, you can make that jump, I believe. Turn up here first so I can show you where this is. So quiet. Okay. When you come down and use the long ladder, doing the jumps will lead you down here. So you essentially skip the entire Rat Covenant area. And like you saw, the Rat Covenant area is not particularly hard. You just have to kill the Vanguard if you're going to do it, which can suck. Okay. You want to be very careful here. Because down here, that guy. Actually, there's a bunch of these guys. And you know what'll help? An alluring skull. I never use the alluring skull. I just don't feel like it. Oops. Okay, well, that works, I guess. Kill himself. I didn't realize they'd do that. I can't hit him. These guys all die in one hit, so I mean, unless you're just stupid when you jump down there, you shouldn't have any trouble with them, but... This is Ash Knuckle Ring. Ash Knuckle Ring makes sure that your equipment doesn't degrade super fast. It is useful for certain builds, especially builds that use items that have low durability. Nope, you can't do it that way. I actually use the Ash Knuckle Ring on my Old Knight build because the Old Knight stuff only has like 20 durability for most of it. So having the Ash Knuckle Ring can offset that and make it where I don't lose durability often. Oops. That's the way we want to go, but first I want to go over this way to show you what's over here. Come on. It is Great Heal. Great Heal is, again, no, like Heal, not something you're going to be using in combat. There are so few situations where those could be used in combat. Never, I imagine, against a human opponent, unless they're just terrible and lagging or not attacking you for some reason. And in NPCs, beyond abusing some AI, I can't see any way that you'd be able to use it there either. So, let's drop down here. No, I don't want to go there. But Great Heal can essentially act as a secondary Estus Flask, which is nice if you don't have a lot of Estus Flasks, maybe you haven't found a bunch of shards yet. Can help you there, kind of offset that. But it also takes up a slot that could be used for Lightning Spear or something similar. So don't use it unless you have to, I guess. And we are going to the area that I just absolutely loathe. It is the gutter. And if this reminds you of something, I imagine it's probably reminding you of Blighttown. It is very similar in makeup. Some people have even speculated that it is Blighttown, that something's happened that collapsed, like the, because in Dark Souls 1, Blighttown is open to the air, even though you can't really see anything, it's open. And some people have suggested that maybe like Anor Londo fell or something, and because of that, it collapsed and covered Blighttown. I think it more likely this is just a new place associated. I think this is associated with Nito. That yep, these guys do it. That Nito had something to do with this area, but we'll talk about that probably in the next video because we're gonna cut this off here when we get to the first bonfire. Big note: these guys right here. Not all of them but the majority of them will shoot poison at you. They are very annoying. However, they can all be broken. And I suggest you break them if you're going to be running around the area. Yeah, it degrades your equipment, but trust me, it's a lot easier to have repair your equipment than it is to run around dealing with this. Okay. Don't freak out when that happens. It's supposed to happen. The main thing is just don't keep running, because you could get yourself killed if you do that. Alright. Now, we're gonna rest here. But for 1 second, I want you guys, if you can, turn up your speakers. I'm not sure if it's going to be audible. Should do it if I'm facing this way. I'm not sure if it's going to be audible or not. But there's a heartbeat. Yes, there is a heartbeat in the background noise. That is something to me that is really interesting. But we're not going to talk about today because this video, while not technically long, will be really long if we go through the gutter here, because I suck at the gutter and we'll probably die. So later, dudes. Check you in the next